like so far right now between all the projects we have and everything, we keep telling no to people because we have too much project. But now, obviously, I'm not silly. Yes, if if it happens, she bring me on a big project. I mean, she said like, why not? And because I'm not the only one. I'm partner with like two of my best friends, and yeah, if we go down that, who knows? Maybe business is business. I don't mix business and personal, but again, we can work together. I can do a deal with her, but again, it will be also I will be working for a client, not for her. But if she bring
That's
me
true.
business and I can bring her business, who knows? I mean, I would never bring her business in some way, because if I have to bring business to an agent, that would be to my wife for sure. It's a no-brainer. But if she brings me business because she knows we're good and her client are looking for someone and everything, who knows? Yeah, maybe it's business. It's business. It's not personal, and yeah. So
That's true. Are you upset that she's back at the O group? I mean, if she never came back, then Mary might have anything to do with her.
oh no, I don't care. I don't care. My wife tells me that she changed and she became good and now she's cool with her, and then so no, I personally don't care. It doesn't change my life. I don't go that much to the group. Like, we're working a lot with them, but I'm constantly on the project, so I don't see her. So if it's good for the group and if she change and it goes well with my wife, then so be it. I don't. It doesn't change me anything. Like to have her know the group.
What did you think of this season as you watched it? Because, like you said, you weren't at the O group, so you were seeing a lot of the things for the first time.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, but for everyone, because each scene we don't know what everyone's scenes is filming. So
Right.
um no, nothing. Well, Christine is going a little cuckoo, but other than that, I'm so proud for my wife. To get that promotion. I think she deserves it so much. I'm so proud of her. Because she's been working her ass off and like since day one. And I always tell her, and even at first when we start dating, she said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I have to work and everything." I'm like, "Do never apologize for working out. I actually love it, and I admire you for being such a hard worker. You know what I mean?" And I think that's what works so well also in between us, because also I'm working so much. She never blamed me for it. So I think we're proud of each other. So I'm really proud of my wife for getting that position, and so she well deserve it. And then yeah, that's about it. I mean,
What we saw, like, right, you guys do both work really hard. Like, it's hard. It's like you said, you had a date night last night for like 2 hours. It's hard.
oh yeah,
What's going
three
on? Like,
months. I think that was 3 months. The last date
wow.
that we had was, oh no, maybe no. I can't remember when we went, when I took her. But yeah, that was Valentine's Day. For Valentine's Day, I took her to Maui in Hawaii. That was the last time we had a date. That's it. So it was 3 months.
Wow. So, like, last night, this 2 hour date, what did you guys do on this date last night?
We were on the phone a lot because of business wise, and then after the day. But we still it just nice for us to it might seem silly to some people, but for us just even to be able to get out together and everything, and just those little moments we appreciate. And so we've been trying to do more like some little getaway and then staycation and stuff like that, to be able to really spend time together. But even those little moments for us, like it's better than nothing, so we're taking it.
And last night, you guys went to dinner.
Yeah, last minute. It wasn't planned. And then I told her, I'm like, because we're supposed to meet someone after. And I'm like, well, what if we go to dinner? And she said, okay. So we call one of our friends and we got a reservation to one of the new restaurant in LA. And I was super fun and we enjoyed. And even if I was short, then, we did have a good time. Yeah.
And you guys had a good time, but some
Yeah.
you were on your phones at some point.
Well, yeah, that sometimes it happen because business is constantly and the problem with LA, and even more with her, especially because when it's later at night, she has all her clients from overseas, which actually one of her clients actually flew, so she is from London. So actually, last when it's night time for her, she's talking with all her clients that's overseas. So it's always like this. For me, it's a little bit more quiet on the at night, even though sometimes I still have to do a phone call and everything, but it's a little bit more quiet for me at night. But for her, like all the clients that are actually in the US, like it gets like a little bit more quiet, but then all the client that's overseas then start to reach out and everything, so it's like a constant things, but
Wow. What about, we saw this storyline this season about the embryos and, you guys were freezing and you weren't sure like what's up with that. Like, I know you might want to have children right away.
yeah. We still want to keep options available, and so yes, obviously we have this age gap, and then so we just want to do all this procedure and everything to always have the choice to, like, if we decide to make that step, to be able to do it and not like wait and last minute and then say, okay, like in 2 years, oh, we want to do it, oh yeah, but it's too late because her eggs and then everything, or whatever it is. So we do want to have that step, because right now we're like, we barely see each other, so obviously we don't want to have a kid right now. I'm like, if I don't see you, who's gonna see the kid, so but that way we can have the option that when we're gonna start to slow down a tiny bit later on, at least have this option that we are able to do it if we decide to do.
Do you have any like strong feelings? Like, do you definitely want children or are you not sure yet?
The thing is, so yes, I do want children. Nah, I never thought about having children before, like later late 30s or something like that. That's just how I was planning on, that was my thing. So obviously I know that's gonna have to be sooner if that's the case. So I don't know. We right now it's just too crazy. So yes, I do want it, but it's hard for me to realize it because right now it's just so crazy that I'm like, I can't imagine to have one right now, because I don't want to have one and then have someone like raising my kids for me either. So it's just a little bit hard for us to see. And then obviously for me, the opinion of Mary, I want to make sure that we both want it and not just me also. So yeah, that's something we obviously, and I pretty sure her, we doing this whole process to make sure that we still have this option if we decide to go to. But yeah, no.
That makes a lot of sense. What about Jason and Chrishell? I mean, I know Mary kind of figured it out and then Jason told her and then Mary knew and they knew. How did you find out? Because Mary, I think, explained that you also kind of figured it out.
Oh, we all best friend. I go not as much anymore. I used to go to the gym every day with Jason and Brett, and we always hang out together. And I mean, when it's your best friend, there's things that you can see, I don't see. And then I think it was like just one night, I think Jason was on the phone with Mary, and they were like talking, and I'm like, I'm not dumb. I know something's going on, right? And then Mary was on the phone, and she tells Jason, she said, I think Romain may know. And Jason was like, no. I'm like, yeah, it's not easy, but it's just because, and plus they were using my wife, so many times to cook, which I think was cute, but they were using